Hi all, I'm just having a look at installing this Garmin Zumo 390 LM onto the Road King. First of all, a couple of things. There's a lot of people on the forums who talk about be careful of 12 volt power and so on, but the actual cable that comes with it converts 12 volt power into 5 volt power, which is exactly what the unit needs, so don't worry about that. Now I've got to find somewhere on the bike to attach a red and a black, obviously a positive 12 volt. Now looking at the bike, the forums, you've got some choices here. Basically, you can attach to the battery terminals under the seat, and wire, I don't know, I haven't checked, it's probably long enough, but it means that you always got power to the mount, and if you leave the unit in it while the engine's not running, there's a chance you're going to run the battery down, so I've decided not to do that. So I've taken off the headlight, pretty simple, 7 screws around the outside and the whole unit comes out. Obviously put a cloth down to protect your fender. It's a mudguard. Now it took me a little while to find the spare 2 wires in here, but I did, and here they are. Those two, this connector here has got a red and a black going into it, and that red and black, I'm going to put the tester on in a minute, but they should be there for the Fender Tip Light. That's a Fender Tip Light. But on a Road King, that isn't wired up. So this has 12 volts. Now I've done a little calculation. The Garmin requires 1 amp at 5 volts. These things, the Fender Tip Light draws 0.3 amps at 12 volts. Actually, yeah, so I'm assuming that the 700 milliamps difference, or 650 roughly, milliamps isn't going to make any difference to the wiring. Big assumption. But then, hey, I'm a wild and crazy biker. So I'm going to wire into there and see how I get on. Okay. Well, after some searching on the internet, I found out that RS Components do sell a compatible crimp connector. What we're basically doing here is, this is the part that's already in the bike on the end of the Fender Tip power supply, and this part, I can't work out the orientation. Anyway, it's a cutaway, so how would I know? Anyway, this part is the one that we're going to insert in there, and we're going to use the crimp connectors. There were a variety of sizes. If you're really bothered, comment, and I will dig out the part number and put it in the description, or reply to your comment if you need the RS part number. And obviously what I'm now going to do is take these, put them in, and hopefully get power in a really neat professional way. By the way, the people at RS Components were very, very nice people and very helpful, sorting it all out for me. Okay, thanks. So here we have the crimped pieces. Look at that, I've done a really bad job of getting the insulator in the right place. I seem to have done it both times. Anyway, if it's a problem, I'll do it again in a minute. Now, the orientation of which way round they go is the button, the outer button is on top. So what that means, hang on, is that they're orientated so that the mechanism, hang on, where is it? So the mechanism is sort of on top. I'm just going to double check that with my spade connector at the other side, but basically that's the way round. Okay, I've pushed the connectors in there, making sure they're the right way around for the polarity. Now you've got this issue of this door. This is what they call the secondary lock in the manual, and basically these two little clips either side, the one there, the one there, you have to pull them apart and then push down on this top one and it basically grips onto the insulator to give a sort of double lock, which is why they call it a multi-lock. Okay, and here it goes, moment of truth. As you can see, the red wire is on the right, black on the left, same here, and clicks into place. Goodness knows if it's got any power, but we'll see that in a minute. I've just put the GPS in the cradle to test the connection. So you can see, remember we put the connection in, runs down through a little transformer and up into the cradle, which obviously we've got to hide the wires and mount it. I'll move around. First of all, the ignition is completely off. If I turn to accessory mode, have a listen. There you go, the power's come on and you can see the little lightning symbol. If I turn it off, power turns off. Now if I put the ignition on, power comes on. Turn the ignition off, power turns off. Let's just see how it looks when I've put all the wiring away. And here's the finished result. Zumo. I'll come out a bit so you can see how it fits in with the handlebars. I don't know if you can see, but the wire goes in the back and then just, oops, the wire goes down there, around the back of the handlebars and into the nacelle in the hole there. And that's about it. I think that's the tidiest way to do the job, and it means that you don't have to worry about it turning off and on with the bike. Okay, I hope that's helped.